There we go. It's melee down here, ladies and gentlemen. I had a sip of champagne. Is that legal? Tommy, check the rule book. I don't know.
You know, they don't say anything about that in the rule book.
Then I'm good.
We're done NASCAR racing tonight.
You know, it was a wild night when our championship.
Hey, we got Ernie the attorney in the house. I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
You're fine.
Well, Jeffrey, should we do a run through of the entries while it's quiet?
We should. I'm just going to go in the order they gave us.
Yep.
So, where do we start?
Let's start with the Queen of Destruction.
All right, here we go. We're going to get this thing lit. As soon as we get this cars going. Hey, I'm going to owe you more money, Sal. All right, there he is. Thanks, Paul, for all you do, buddy. All right, let's go. Hey, there's balloons all over here, Tommy.
Yeah, oh yeah. We're
It
celebrating.
still smells like champagne down here. Oh, no, that's me. Never mind.
Which one of your kids poured champagne down your back?
Yeah, it was Tanner.
Good going, Tanner.
Of course.
I guess I'm not driving home tonight. We're not anyway. We're racing tomorrow, right?
You got the mini mansion.
If you want to see a Super Chevy show tomorrow, drag racing is going to be pretty awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bow tie special.
Hey, there goes Ryder. He's been working hard. How about a round of applause for that guy? He didn't know he was going to race until
Ryder.
last night. Ryder, the nephew of Mayhem. Okay, here we go, boys. You want to give him a countdown once the fire guys are safely out of the way?
We'll let you tell us when. I see some thumbs up.
Wait a minute, Sarah, where are you? Sarah, who's running the tower? So, hey, Sarah, that's our race director right there.
There she
She's
is
not in the
waving.
tower. So who's running the tower?
All right, so Tim, you want to know who's running the tower?
Oh,
Janie.
Janie's in the tower, her sister.
Janie and
Hi, Janie.
Dennis. Yeah.
Okay, you ready? Count them down.
We're
All
ready.
right.
From 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Go! Oh boy.
I was half waiting for the fireworks.
Oh boy. Oh. This is where they're realizing how hard it is to steer in the soap.
That's right.
All right, Tommy, we got a whole bunch of them in here. Let's see how many we can announce.
So we got 176 Cheryl Highland, Sarah Hancock in the 17, Sandy Medina in the 7, and Brenna Maywald in the 24.
Nicole Lutz is in the 16, Nicole Emma in the 4, Letty V in the 444, and Kerrigan Highland in the 72.
Lisa Bagby in the 45, Christina Mole in the 22, Chloe Highland 29, and Tori Cox in the 13. These are all females. Demo Derby Divas.
If we may suggest, keep an eye out for that red and black of Sarah Hancock.
Has won these before.
Look how good some of these Derby cars look. That
Nicole,
16 could be a super late.
Yeah, Nicole in the 16 has gotten a trophy in this as well.
Balloons.
All right, Jeffrey, you and I have not run in the Demo Derby Divas. These ladies always put on a better show than the guys, but there is a strategy to racing or running a demolition derby with these compact cars. You do not want to use that front end until you have to, but what are the weak points?
Well, the front tires. If you're aiming for a part to hit on any of your competitors, you want to hit the left or right front. You want to break it. I see the 16's already got a broken right front. If you can knock out an axle in these cars, they're going to be stuck.
Absolutely. The computers under the hood are finicky because these cars are a lot more modern than you'd see the county fair full-size 80s and older cars. So you want to make sure if you're going to lay down a hit, you want them left front, or right dead center on the hood emblem.
Now, if you want to shake up your competitor, aim square for that passenger door.
Oh, yeah.
Do not hit the driver door. That will be a disqualification.
Driver door, the only rule is the driver door hit. Everything else is wide open.
Whenever you were in a derby, you knew when you were lining up a shot and you just mashed that floor to the gas to the floor, and when you connect, oh man, there's almost not a better feeling.
It's beautiful.
Except when your seat breaks. That didn't feel great. Well, the 72 seems to be out of this one early. So Kerrigan Highland, maybe with a quick exit. And then I think it's the 13 off to the side. That might be Tori Cox.
24 has steering problems of Brenna Maywald.
That's a bowl. I'm pretty sure in the interview, ooh, there's a hit, that she said bullshit.
She did?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's gonna have a I can do that now.
You have a sensor button. All right, so you see the soap. The fun thing about this derby, as the track dries up, that soap and water will dry up, and the cars, while damaged, will continue to go faster in this Demo Derby Divas feature.
They did not skimp on the tide on this one. I don't remember the last time I saw this much soap. Like, that's not going to wash off for a while.
Looks at the 29, pulls off Chloe Highland. Now, that car's been kind of struggling. But was greeted by the fire rescue to make sure everything's okay.
So who's looking good right now? I think that 44 is in pretty good shape.
I think
the 444.
The 16 of Nicole.
Letty V.
The 17, the red and black car.
Yeah, we mentioned Sarah Hancock. Don't take your eyes off that car. Sarah might be lining up something right now. If you're the 22, I'd start running.
I would go away.
I got to give Sarah credit. She very quickly made it downstairs.
She did. She was up here calculating points.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've narrowed it down a little bit. We've still got 8 cars running.
Oh, hit there for Maywald in the 24. And everybody's stacking in. The orange 4 getting rocked around there. Nicole Emma. We have 2 Nicoles, Nicole Emma, Nicole Lutz in the purple and black 16.
And you see these cars, sometimes they go off to the side and they park in reverse. What they're doing is they're waiting for someone to basically walk in their spider trap.
It's all about that strategy.
Oh, yeah.
22 coming across the track there. That's Christina Mohel.
Talked to the 45 earlier tonight. Lisa Bagby.
The Mole family, also a longtime supporter of these crazy events. So we got another with Christina on course.
I do like the creativity that we always get to see in the women's derbies.
Yes.
I feel like they always have the best looking.
Absolutely. I mean, this derby I feel like is one of my favorites that we do. Now, biasly, I'm going to talk that last year's champion of this event, Shayla Mason, not able to participate here this year. And we're all missing her tonight. Everything's okay. Just she had an obligation earlier today that couldn't make it out. And with that, we're going to see potentially a new winner here tonight, or a repeat winner for a while.
Yeah. I was going to say there's definitely potential for repeat in there.
We got Nicole Lutz, past champion of this event. Sarah Hancock, also with a past winner, and Cheryl Highland.
I just love the bumper car aspect of compact cars and a demolition derby.
Yeah. But you see the track continuously drying up. Soon enough, they'll have to pit for slicks. A little round-around action as they're all landing up their next hit. And one of the things about these demolition derbies, no matter what kind of car you have, the longer the derby runs and the longer your car can survive, you take damage, and the car starts doing funny things when the suspension and the damage starts affecting the drivability.
Now, there's a rule. You have to hit something within 2 minutes. You can't just drive away from people or park it off to the side and act like, oh, my car might not be running. You could do that for a few seconds, but the officials will keep track of that. And they've got the official clock on things, so it doesn't look like anyone's necessarily been playing possum. But yeah, just know that the eyes are watching. Now, the 16 just opened the trunk of the 444.
That trunk is open. Here comes Cheryl across the track.
And what that's going to do, it seems like a silly thing, right? Like, oh, okay, the trunk opened. But that takes away the rear visibility now.
Even more than it already was.
Ooh, good shot there.
That was a hit on the 45.
And a lot of these drivers in this competition. Ooh, another big shot there from Sarah Hancock. But they're not just out here, you know, like, hey, I'm a female, I'm racing. A lot of them are racing for a cause.
Yes.
And, you know, a lot of them very personal to each of these competitors. So, you know, no matter who wins, we're going to get to hear that story. There's the bull.
There's the
still
bull
hanging in
tail.
there.
So Bagby in the 45. You can see the front end damage. Flat tire, and it's likely causing a suspension issue as well.
I'm thinking that the 16 might be
Yeah, Nicole Lutz has been parked over in the corner for a while now. So in the danger of being clocked out.
Oh, look at this. Lining up. Now, again, the steering, this is where you get to the point where you're like, oh, yeah, I got a good hit coming. And then you realize that you don't.
We still have 7 cars running from our 12.
There's no wheels rolling in the back of the 22 right now.
That's Christina Mole. Christina Mole in there is the 24 with a heavy front hit.
That might have been the end of the 24. Nah.
24 of Brenna Maywald.
I don't think that thing's going to steer anymore.
Ooh, don't want to hit the tires with your wheels, though.
Yeah, and like again, the axles are one of the biggest, if you will, sensitive points on these cars. I've broken them off of small, silly hits.
Yes.
It's very frustrating.
Hits you would have never guessed would take you out.
Is the pumpkin car maybe out? I'm watching the bull and the pumpkin car. So the 4 of Nicole Emma sitting, and the bull is still moving. But I think we might be down to 6.
The bull gets a hit on the front end. Yeah, I think we're down to 6.
Oh boy! And now you're past the point of worrying who you're gonna hit and make sad, or make angry, because you feel that at the beginning of a derby.
You're kind of like teaming up with a driver that works with you.
444, Letty V.
Yeah, Letty's got that 444 running pretty good still. I mean, the trunk looks worse than it actually is.
Hancock over here trying to make sure that the bull's not going to run anymore.
Oh, Hancock started to make a run and had to stop. Looks like she's after the 176 of Cheryl.
Yeah, but she couldn't hit there because of the driver's side door.
You can use that door as a shield.
I think we're down to 5. Just 5 cars left. Watching, keeping an eye on this 22 closest to us, that yellowish car. Will that car be able to continue? Hasn't really had. Oh yeah, it's moving.
It's trying to. The little green and white car.
Come on, never give up.
Oh, I don't know if that counted for
now.
it.
The bull car is rolling. The question's going to be on the official side if that car has been out too long. That's not our call to make. That's for the officials. So we'll just enjoy whatever happens.
Yeah.
But that car's in trouble.
It's been in trouble for a while, but she's been keeping that car running. Mae Walden, the 24.
So at this point in the Derby, is anyone looking like they might have the advantage?
I think we're down to the 176 and the 17 possibly.
Those
of the best running cars, yeah.
The 444 hasn't moved for a minute.
Sarah across the track into the 45. And Cheryl going to try to finish it off.
The double team. They're not teammates.
But they're working together right now. I think they're trying to save each other for lap.
Now can the 22 get a shot on the 176 here? Gonna try, but can't steer. Oh man, Christina Mole just cannot get that car to go where she wants it. The 444 has continued to sit. I think Letty V might be out. The bull car, I think, was told, hey, you've talked out. Regardless, that car's off the arena. 4 cars left in the Women's Demolition Derby.
The final 4.
And I'm with you. I think the 45 is on very limited time.
Yeah, they're working on the 45.
The 22 might be fairly healthy under the hood. The problem is the mobility. you can't get away from anything.
No.
You're going to get stuck on something, and I think Sarah's waiting for this. Oh!
Ooh! Bagby is the car that everyone's after right now in the 45. And quite possibly the 22 is either in the mix, Christina Mole, or it's also the next car that everyone's going to go after.
All right. Well, I want to know from the fans, because you guys have been watching, how many of you think the 45 is going to win this? How many of you think the 22 is going to win this? Okay, all right. How many think the red and black 17 is going to win this? How many people's got their money on the 176?
The highest crowd so far.
So right now, people not feeling good about Bagby.
I don't think so. Look at that thing steaming, smoking, and everything in between.
The 22 is just flooring it right now.
You know, that's what my strategy was. When my car started having issues, I made sure I finished it.
Wait. You would do that at the beginning of the
That's
derby.
true.
Oh!
They're working. They've got these two pinned. Cheryl Highland, Sarah Hancock.
Sarah Hancock did not waste any time just sending her car into the 45. Now, Sarah's issue is going to be those rear tires, those rear wheels that aren't spinning. It just takes away a little bit of direction for her. All right, now the 22 getting back in the mix. These cars, you come to learn that, everyone's worried about, you got to get your oil changes and you got to make sure it's got this much fluid and it runs at this temperature. And then you see the 45 driving around like it is.
You don't need an oil change.
Now, Bagby may be done here, pulled over to the fire and safety. Maybe just, they might have said, hey, come on over. We need to look at it and see if it's on fire. I don't know if that car's done, but it might be given up.
It might be.
3 cars left.
And one that has no chance at steering because of the back end.
Almost 2. Sarah's car's also in a similar position. If they're going forward, they can do it. They're all losing their mobility. Now watch this. Sarah sees the 176 in a bad spot.
The script is flipped.
And
tips over.
who is it gonna be? The fireworks before the fireworks. 3 cars remain. The 22 getting a talking to. We're seeing the officials indicate that the 22 is out. And that means it is down to 2. The 176 of Cheryl Highland versus the 17 of Sarah Hancock.
Both of these cars struggling to turn. They look to be running okay.
This is when I start using my front end.
Yes, you're down to the 2. You want to win.
Hey, Tommy and Jeffrey.
Yep.
Am I correct that this is a battle of titans right here?
This
is 2 winningest Derby drivers in female history, right?
Absolutely, they are right there.
Sarah Hancock and the Queen of Destruction have won more Derbies combined than probably anybody. And ironic that it's the 2 of them.
And Shayla Mason, I would put in that mix too.
Wait a minute. Shayla Mason, right here, Ryder, my fact checker, said Shayla Mason. He said Shayla.
But these 2, I mean, right there with her, and this is what we kind of put the money on the odds in Vegas, that it would come down to these 2.
Yep. And they will not go easy on each other right now. They are doing everything they can to line up a hit, but you see this is where, right now, from our perspective, we go, oh, hit, but they're playing a chess game. Who can line up that hit? And I think Sarah, see, Sarah can't steer. This is why, for me, I start, there you go, use that front end.
It's down to it. Look at how bad these cars are handling, but how good they're still running.
If you could, you don't want to, quote, use the front end for most of the Derby, but right now, if you can use it to knock out a front wheel, you're golden. And you don't want someone to do it to you first.
Every hit will shorten these cars up to drive even worse. You got to make your hits count.
And sometimes if you're Sarah there, you actually let the other car hit you.
Yes.
You're like, oh, you're going to hit my back end? But sure, go for it. Here she goes. Sarah chasing down with the front end.
At this point, you want wheel-to-wheel contact, but you want to be the one making the final hit.
There you go. Right there.
Oh, right on the right front for Cheryl. But she's going to drive on. And that could put Sarah in a vulnerable spot.
But this has to be, there you go. I was going to say that has to also be the wake-up call for Cheryl.
Yep.
That she needs to start using her front end.
Now, the good thing for Cheryl, one of her back tires are popped, so it's just kind of skid plate running around.
Oh, now that hit right there could have knocked out an axle. It was an awkward hit, fender to fender.
I think Sarah's having a problem.
And look at
that car
this.
is stuck.
She might have lost that right front.
Look at the maneuverability for the 176 of Cheryl. A lot better than Sarah.
I see Sarah giving hand signals to Cheryl. But it's thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't know what that means, though.
It's depending on the moment. Maybe looking for a good radio station.
Maybe she's asking, are you sure you still want me to hit you?
Yeah, I think Sarah is in trouble.
Well, the Queen of Mayhem.
Yeah,
Or,
look.
no, the Queen of Destruction. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I don't know my own nicknames.
She's the Queen of Mayhem as well.
That is true.
It is down to it.
Oh.
Nail-biting moments for both of these competitors.
They popped the balloon.
This is one of those, Trevor, you and I have been in this situation of the aggravation of how the car is not doing what you want it to, but the fun of making every hit count.
All right, right here, trying to line it up. You see it's like cut off that, another front end hit.
And you're just going to use whatever part of the car at this point.
Who thinks the 17's going to win this one? How many of you think it's the 176 that's going to win?
Oh, big hit, though. On the right front, that tire's leaning over.
It is leaning. That's damage to the axle. Or at least the suspension. Maybe the axle's fine. I think Sarah's car is on very limited time.
I think we hear the drivers from up here.
I heard that. You hear the car revving.
Trying to get into gear.
Sarah in a last-ditch effort.
These cars are running, they're driving terrible. They're crab walking across the track.
Is this going to be the big showdown head-to-head?
Oh, what a maneuver by Cheryl. That was actually really smart to spin it around to make Sarah hit the back.
I wouldn't have been that smart. Cheryl can't steer.
Yeah, she's going over to turn 2
Where you going, Cheryl? We're over here.
I wonder if she's got no reverse.
Oh, I'm sure the transmissions are gone on these cars. They're waving at each other.
I think we're trying to end it.
I honestly think they're having a conversation right now.
That happened. It is the last woman standing. The Demolition Derby
176. That car's not rolling.
It's stuck. Oh.
She's trying to get it to move.
But Sarah's not going either. They're both struggling to move. So typically in a situation like this, it's the last one to make contact.
So,
and
the 176 is rolling.
Able to drive away.
The 17 is rolling. Barely.
Fans, you're in the grandstands watching this snail-paced derby at this point, but I just want you to know that you've been watching a 15-minute car crash that considerably gets worse over time, and these two ladies are trying their best to maneuver cars that have no steering, no transmission, no motor. I don't know what's going on with the orange car down there, but that's like the worst idea I can think of.
Yeah, not a good idea.
But we're gonna derby around the fire rescue.
Here we go. Was that the ending hit? The 176 is steaming.
One
Again.
more hit. One more hit.
One more hit.
I think this 176 is in trouble. It's up to Sarah now to finish it off. In the 17.
And there it is. Sarah Hancock is hit again. Cheryl Highland has not got moving. She just gave the kill sign in the 176, it looked like. We'll wait for the officials to make the call.
All right, number 17 is the winner. Start throwing.